This is John Black, Super Chemist. We're here talking about The View and Sunny Houston. She's going to show a chart here proving how black people are racist during the 2024 election. So let's start it up here.
You know, I know that as a country, it's very difficult for people to believe that racism and misogyny, they're just alive and well. I think that we don't want to think that about ourselves, our neighbors, our friends. But it's my lived experience tells me that it does still exist, even if your lived experience doesn't tell you that it exists.
See, the reason why it exists for her is because she's the most racist planet on the planet. She's the most racist person. So everywhere she goes, she portrays her racism. You know what I mean? She shows that she's racist. And so obviously everywhere she goes, there's racism because everywhere she goes, she is there. And she's a racist. You know what I mean? So that's why, you know, if you're normal and you're not racist, that's why you don't really see racism that much. Because you're not a racist piece of garbage like whatever her name is, Sunny Houston.
And, you know, the facts support that. I think we have a graph. If you look at there's a clear racial divide in who voted for Trump as opposed to who voted for Kamala Harris. It's very clear. It's not only clear by race, but it's also clear by education. And so the notion somehow that that is not true, this is by education. Those who attended college voted for her at a higher degree than those that didn't. And I've said that.
See, and she proves also that, you know, these woke colleges are just indoctrination machines because all the educated people voted, or not educated, all the indoctrinated college people voted for Kamala, which is obviously insane, and all the people that weren't indoctrinated by colleges, as you can see, voted for, because as you go down the line, you know, like this has a 8-year degree, this is a 4-year degree, you know what I mean? Yeah. As soon as you start getting out of the colleges, they all vote normal. They all vote for Trump. You know what I mean? So let's go back to this first chart that she's showing, because she's really gung-ho that black people were definitely racist in this, you know, in this last election. It's pretty obvious with this chart too, man. Okay, so anyways, you can see you have white people, black people, Hispanic people, Asian people, other. Okay, and obviously the red is Republican, the blue is Democrat or whatever, right? I want you to know, let's go over all of them except for the black people. We'll do the blacks last. Look at this. You got 7 above, 9 below. 2 above, 4 below. 11 below and up by 4. This one is up by 4 and down by 8. But you notice the difference between them, right? 7 and 9, 15, or 6, wait, what was it? 7 and 9, 16. There's a difference of 16 points, right? Look here. There's only a difference of 6 points. 6 and 16. Here you got 11 and 4, that's 15. 15, 6, and 16. Here you got, what, 8 and 4 is 12. 12, 15, 16, and 6. You notice a trend there? Do you notice how everyone is like 50-50? The whites, you got a little bit above 50% voting this way and a little bit below 50% voting that way. Same here. You got slightly a little bit more 50%, a little bit slightly below 50%, a little bit above, a little bit below, a little bit below, a little bit above. Do you notice a trend that all the races, or all the skin colors, because they're not even races, all the skin colors, right? All of them are all voting 50-50. Half are voting for the black person, or Kamala, if you want to consider her black, and half the people are voting for the white guy. You know, do you see a trend? Do you see a trend? Half and half. Sounds normal to me, right? Now let's get to the black people. See what they got. They got 85 and 13%. Do you understand? Like, these were like 6, 10, 12, whatever, apart. This is 72 points difference. 72 and 13 is 85. 85% voted for the black guy. So do you see how it kind of proves that, yeah. And if you watch videos online, you'll see, they'll interview black people. Why are you voting for Kamala? Oh, she's black. Why are you voting for Mala? She's black. And then these 13%, you ask these black people why they're voting for Trump, they'll talk to you for an hour about all his policies. Same way with, any other group here. The red side always has a whole bunch of facts and arguments and data, and the Dems have, well, they're black. But yeah, 85%. When the KKK used to solely, vote solely based on skin color, we used to call it racism. Today, when 95%, or in this case 85%, but usually the Democrats, the blacks, they vote 95% Democrat usually. But today, when the 95% of the black population basically votes on, solely based on skin color, we call it democracy. Why is that? Why do we call it democracy when they vote just because they're black? They get that privilege, huh? Is that it? So anyways, I guess that's the end of the video. It's a short video. But, these people, the black people, like in these black neighborhoods, they wonder why their neighborhood is crap, right? Well, maybe stop voting for skin color and actually vote for the guy who has some policies and things that he's going to do to help, maybe, you think? No. You want to be... What's funny is the black people today, they are so much like the KKK, it is unreal. Okay? Their way of thinking is very KKK-oriented. You know what I mean? What happens when a black kid in the neighborhood, he's doing good in school and he's got good grades and good whatever? What the KKK would come in and say, no, you don't do that. You don't do that. And they put a stop to it. But what is the new KK, the black KK? What does the black KK do? They see a black person sees another black person in the hood getting good grades, succeeding. Oh, what are they going to say? You're acting white. You talking normal? You acting white. You're stabbing black people. Yeah, the white KK doesn't have to exist anymore. As long as the black KK is there to tell every black person in the neighborhood, they'll police them and make sure that they never succeed. And if they try to succeed, they'll tell them how they're racist and how they're Uncle Toms and all this other crap. But, white people's the one bringing them down. It's not themselves. Even though they attack every black person that tries to succeed and tell them how they're horrible and racist and whiteys. You're a whitey. What are you, some kind of Oreo? You're black on the outside and white on the inside? Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like KKK ideology. Yeah, that's... Black people have KKK ideology. And they don't even know it. That's the funny part. And obviously I don't mean all black people. I mean the brainwashed ones that are crazy. The Democrat ones. The ones that embrace the slave party, the KKK party, the Jim Crow party. Yeah, those people. And if you say they're not crazy nut jobs, well, then why are they embracing the slave party, the Jim Crow party, the KKK party? Why are they doing that if they don't have the same ideology as the white KKK? Why? Why do they do that? But obviously, I don't mean all of them. You've seen 13% voted for Trump. Obviously, they are not brainwashed. What's funny is what's his name? Biden was a segregationist, fought against all civil rights, not just for black people. He fought against civil rights for women, gays, everyone except white people. He fought against equal rights for 50 freaking years. And these black people are like, we love Biden. We love segregation. Yay! I'm not brainwashed. And Trump, who for 50 years we've seen on TV, every black activist, every black leader, everyone saying how he represents. He's an icon for diversity and inclusion. And giving them medals, trophies, You know, all these accolades, all these things, thanking him for helping out the black community and helping out black people for 50 years. And everyone is like, nah, that didn't happen. I saw it on TV, motherfucker. What are you talking about? These black people are like, nope, didn't happen. There are clips. I actually did videos on my last channel where I was throwing up videos with 100, you know, all through his life, how he has done stuff for black people, and all black people loved him. They used to write songs about him. There's like 300 rap songs talking about Trump being great. Why would they do that if they thought he was racist at the time? But like, it's all just like, just your memories, just shut that off. Like 50 years, and he's a racist person. You're not black. You're not brainwashed, though. Nope. You're not brainwashed. Of course not. That's crazy talk, huh? That's crazy talk. To embrace, I mean, just because black people embrace a segregationist who hates blacks and made the most racist bill since slavery, which was about the 94 crime bill, the Biden 94 crime bill. And then Trump goes in, he gets rid of that bill, makes the first whatever act, pardon 7,000 people, 90% of them being like black, and he changes that thing so it isn't racist. When he bought Mar-a-Lago, every elite golf course in the country excluded blacks, browns, and Jews. Yeah. Then in the 80s or the early 90s or whatever it was, Trump buys Mar-a-Lago. Boom. He opens it up to blacks, browns, and Jews. And then he ain't done with that. No, he isn't happy with that. Then he has to go to the mayors and go to the governors and all these political people and tell them, these other golf courses need to start having blacks and browns and Jews. Let them into their thing. He wouldn't stop until they all were unsegregated. You know what I mean? But he's the racist. He's the racist. The guy who went... He's the biggest backer of Jesse Jackson, right? When he was running for president twice he backed him the most, more than anyone else in the world. Okay, but he's a racist. Why would he back? Why would he do that? Why would he do 50 years of service to black people? Yeah. Then when Jesse Jackson was complaining that no black people were on Wall Street, and by Wall Street I mean real Wall Street, like the top of the top, where they got the ticker thing, and there's 100 guys all screaming, I want to buy this, I want to buy that, blah, 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 blah. When Jesse Jackson was complaining and no black people, and I'm talking the real, the top tier, they don't have any office spaces, they don't have any whatever to be stockbrokers. Trump gave them a free giant office, so like you have 20, 50 black people on Wall Street, and then he gave it to the office for free. Yeah, in New York. Do you know how much? Imagine how much that space cost every year for Trump. He's probably paying for it now today. I don't know. But why would he do that? And black people ain't brainwashed? Wow. Keep in mind, I'm talking about 75% of the black population, not 25%. 25% is actually waking up and saying, hey, maybe we shouldn't tell people other black people when they're trying to succeed. Maybe we shouldn't call them whitey and call them names so that they don't succeed. Maybe that's why we can't succeed. Because every time someone tries to, we put them down and call them names and beat them up, take their books from school and throw them on the ground and call them Uncle Tom. Maybe that's why.